Hi, everyone. How are you? My goodness, you're early. It's 4:59. Look at you guys. Yay! The voice box. Hi, Anita. Hi, Isabella. We need this one, ladies. Oh, Sylvia's having child's pose. So good. Hi, April. Happy Mystic Monday, Angel. Hi, Heather. Hi, Tina and Karen. Oh, good. Sean is new, just started drinking the teas. If you're new, let us know. And let us know where you're calling in from. Heather is having a London fog with raspberry Earl. You're going to love the vanilla Earl Grey coming out in a couple weeks. Sherry, hi. Oh, happy mantra mint. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Carla. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Sherilyn. Having mantra mint. Hi, Lanita. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Terry. Oh, Terry is brand new, just received first tea last week. Oh, welcome to the circle. Sean is in Houston. Welcome to the circle. Christina is in Long Island. Oh, cold weather. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you guys need to all come to California once this COVID thing is over and hang with us. Um, Cindy's ready for tea church. Hi, Lori. Oh, good. Yes, it is. Hi, Lisa. Hi. Oh, Akua is new from Texas. Let me know if I'm saying your name right. Hi, Andrea. Sean in Houston. Oh, Martha's having lucid dreams of Moringa Moon in Los Angeles. Pamela Radke is in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. My husband's family's from Wisconsin. Oh, Ruth Ann is new from Santa Barbara. Hi, neighbor. Tina's second. Oh, Carla's in Michigan. Sylvia's in Frederick, Maryland. My goodness, look at all of you. Angie's new and lives in Washington State. Beautiful. Anna's in Texas having a matcha latte. Cynthia, New Orleans. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Camilla. Having Ruby Moon. Lynn is coming from Orwell, Vermont. Luann in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Loving Bohemian Breakfast. Me too. My go-to. Okay. Well, it looks like we are almost all here. So if anybody comes in late, we can definitely have everybody just say hi. I might not see you if we're doing the oh, there. So now you can see the top of my head. Oh, and I have a ring light. Look. Oh, the ring light. My mom got it for me for Christmas. Does my mom know me or what? Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we're going to actually have a ceremony. I'm going to let you know a little bit about what we're doing tonight. So it's March 1st, happy March, and it is for Club Magic Hour, our subscribers, as well as those of you who join us for the Tea Mondays, almost said Tea Tuesdays, Mystic Mondays. We just switched that. We are focusing on the throat chakra this month. And so every week we will have practices to open your truth, to be able to speak your truth, to be able to speak more authentically, to be able to say no when you mean no, yes when you mean yes, instead of yes when you mean no, and maybe no when you actually mean yes. All that authenticity takes a lot of courage to be able to do this whole thing where you're speaking your truth. And I have had a particularly tough time of it in my life. And so this month is very tender and very dear to me. I'm going to be going through everything that I've been through with my throat from as a little girl up until recently, and the spontaneous healing of a major throat tumor that I had a couple years ago, which was crazy. So this is a very dear to me chakra. Not that all of them aren't dear, but this one in particular seems to be my karmic path this life in being able to speak and hopefully one day sing again, which I'm working on. So the brothers Karen are this month's teachers. If you're members of the box, if not, the box is available now, and They are angelic, and they're gorgeous, and they're the best men. And I signed up to learn to sing again after having my voice, sort of giving my voice, to critics or to outside influences. And so I'm in a big, scary, sweaty palm moment in opening up my voice with our teachers this month who have been friends of mine for years. And they are really, truly, authentically who they really say they are and sing they are and do. And I think you guys are going to be thrilled with the teaching this month. It's very, very exciting. Okay, so the purpose behind the Magic Hour Tea Circles is for us to create a global community of support and love that costs nothing other than the effort and the tea and the nourishing. And it's for us to connect the world through tea ceremony so that you may carve out sacred moments in your day to become more attuned to your body, your mind, your soul, and that inner voice that is your intuition. Last month, and if you weren't on any of the calls, definitely go and look at the intuition videos because they're very helpful. We also had Lotus Mind in January, and now we are entering into the Vishuddha, the throat chakra, which is how we speak from our soul. It's also a hotbed for women. This is where the thyroid is, and I think a quarter of women in the US have thyroid issues now. So the thyroid, the throat, all of this is a really powerful place for us to get to work this month and to continue through our lives. And once again, the mission behind Magic Hour is to connect the world through tea ceremony. So thank you so much for being in our tea circle. Okay, one more housekeeping issue before I start the ceremony. We have an exciting new project that's going to be coming up, and I can't wait to share it with all of you. We're building a new playground for the tea workers' kids in Sri Lanka in the biodynamic tea estate, where we source a large portion of the leaves that go into each of the Magic Hour teas. I was married in that estate, our tea workers through our wedding. My kids have been there and grown up semi with those kids, from a distance, but together. And they are our tea soul family. It's the Adogasina estate in the highlands in Sri Lanka. And so I am so excited. We're going to build a playground. I mean, when I started Magic Hour, I was like, what would I do if I could just have the most fun in the world? It would be like, tea ceremony and jewelry and incense and sharing a ritual and a teaching every month with my friends, which I've always just done. And then if I could have, this is the universe's gifts to us, right? It always brings something better. If I could have then said, and build playgrounds, I don't even think I could have imagined it. So anyway, so we're going to be building a new playground for the kids. We've built computer learning centers. We've helped with schools. We've helped with medical, but a playground just seems really, really exciting as well. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the circle, and then we will do about a 20-minute circle practice, and then our beloved Tamari, our astrologer sister, is coming in at 5:30 to share the reading, the astrology reading for all of us for the month of February. So that's going to be really fun. I love her style. I love her brass tacks approach to getting astrology just done and clear and complete. She's a total manifester, and I love it. Okay, so we are going to go into the practice. Are you all ready? Does anybody have any questions before we start? Oh, okay. Okay. So some of you have had your thyroids removed. Okay, loves. This is going to be really important for you, for us to be together this month, to look at the energy here as well. Oh, good. Yeah, Tammy she's tasted the burgundy black. It is so yummy. Okay, so we begin. I'm going to move this out of the way. So one thing about tea ceremony and to creating a little space is if you have the space, either indoor or outdoor, in your home, it's so lovely just to create a corner that's just yours for your tea ceremony. And I'm very excited today because I have a new tea ceremony treat that I bought myself when I was sourcing new tea ceremony gifts for all of you. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be drinking Quintessence, which is the throat chakra tea that we formulated. And I'm very excited about this tea. It is a beautiful, beautiful adultacina where we're going to be building the playground, tea. It's the first biodynamic tea estate in the world. It's absolutely spectacular. And then we blended in honey crystals, ginger, cinnamon, marshmallow root, which soothes, as well as lemongrass. So it's a very antiviral tea that also soothes the mucosal lining of the throat. I also, my loves, sourced new tea kettles like this. I'm very excited. A vendor that we love has new tea kettles like this. So I just ordered some to test out to see if they're wonderful. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play the throat chakra bowl for all of you so that you can hear the sound of the throat chakra. Allow the sound to clear the energy of your throat. Almost like going, maybe you could go also. Do a little clear the throat. I want you to think about an interaction today that you had where you may not have spoken your full truth. Or an interaction you had today where you spoke your whole truth and might have felt bad for it. And then there's that, right? Okay. I'm always in that camp. I'm the one who can't do HR. I'm the one who can't do anything because I just blurt whatever it is out. Okay. Here we go. Authenticity. Okay. So I'm going to open this new gift that I received today. And it's a new ceremony teacup. I'll show it to you when I come up after the ceremony. But it's pretty beautiful. It's crystal. Okay. And then as I've steeped, the marshmallow root creates this fatty, like creamy texture. And what it does is it coats the mucosal lining of the throat. It helps soothe the esophagus. And, because your digestion starts in your mouth and goes all the way through to the root chakra. Oh, so right before I pour the tea, this comes in your subscription boxes. It's a throat chakra blend, which clears the energy in the room and the space around you. And this is for external use only. It's not a throat spray. It's a throat chakra spray. And I like to just douse myself with essential oils, and you can put it on your body, you can put it on your pillow, you can put it on your wherever you need to clear the energy of the throat. Okay. And so now as I pour my tea, I invite you to bring your cup to your chest. I'm going to bring you guys a little closer. How does that sound? You seem too far away. I feel like I want you closer. Yeah. Is that good? Here. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. So much better. Okay, so we're going to do this a little differently tonight. So go ahead and put your hands in this mudra here. Hold them in prayer pose to your heart. And let's just take 3 centering breaths to get into our body and actually land in the time and space continuum we as humans find ourselves. Breath 1, see if you can go all the way down to your root chakra, right at the base of your spine, connect to the earth. That beautiful ruby red energy. Connecting to Mother Earth is the key. Our cleanse in April is the Earth Magic Cleanse. I'm so excited. Okay, 2nd chakra. Breathe right into this yummy sacral chakra where your creativity, your sensuality, your digestion, all sorts of good stuff. And most of your brain chemistry is formed here. Breathe into there and exhale. And on your 3rd breath, breathe right into the solar plexus. Let it fill your heart. Let it fill your throat. And now, okay, we're going to loosen up the neck and loosen up the throat chakra. So first we're going to do a little stretch this way. Yoga was actually created to be able to meditate and sit still long enough to meditate. Now release your neck softly. Now with your other hand, gently stretch your neck. My spiritual teacher says that neck pain is based on fear. And I have always had a lot of neck pain. So we have to be in the constant inquiry of what are we fearing? If we're having neck pain, what are we fearing? Okay. And now slowly roll your neck forward. Might be a little snap, crackle, pop. Don't do anything to strain yourself. Know your limits and your potential in those limits. And let your neck just hang here forward, rocking like a pendulum back and forth. Oh, that neck holds that incredible brain of yours. Oh, that neck. So much energy moving through. All digestion, all sound, all food, all breath. Everything moves through the neck, through the throat. Okay, now bring your cup of tea. Let's go ahead and bring it to our throats. Take a nice deep breath into your root chakra, clearing all the energy of all your chakras, the bright turquoise throat chakra, the green heart chakra, the sun-filled yellow chakra, the gorgeous orange glow, and then that ruby red. Breathe all the way in and exhale. And for this moment in time, we can all be together. We can all be present. So let us ask ourselves, what do we hear? Hearing is also ruled by the throat chakra. What do we hear? Listen with the ears behind the ears. Listen with the intuitive ears. What do we hear? Then ask yourself, what do you see? What do I see? And look around. What do I see? take in the parameter of the space. Become present in space and time. Then ask yourself, what do I feel? What do I feel? And you can be feeling emotions. We're in the throat chakra now. We're getting into the emotional body. We went from the crown chakra, the transcendent messages coming forth, entering in to the intuitive, the epiphanies, the intuitive hit, to now we're getting into sensation, and also emotion. We're entering the emotional body now. The place where the emotional body is expressed. So this is why it's very juicy stuff. We're going from the ethereal into the physical. So what do I feel? Feel everything. Name the emotions, name the sensations. And then ask yourself, what do I smell? What do I smell? Vanilla, lemongrass, marshmallow root. I love this tea. What do I smell? Love. I smell love. And then as you bring it home into your body, ask yourself, what do I taste? What do I taste? I taste ginger crystals. Mm. Mm. Okay. So now we're going to do a little exercise to open the throat chakra. And you can open the throat chakra through writing, through listening, through singing, through speaking. But I want you to know just how sacred every word is that comes from your mouth or is inspired from, right, your emotional body, your heart, and then your truth. And it melds with the higher wisdom and the intuitive hits, and it comes out here. So you are actually an alchemist when it comes to the words you choose to use. And alchemy is not only creating your reality and digesting your reality and shifting your reality, it is definitely co-creating your reality from a place of being physical in the physical world to a place of being spiritual in the spiritual world to speaking it out, okay? So this is a very, very important space for us to begin. So I want you to think about what interaction you had today where you either spoke your truth and it was uncomfortable, or you didn't speak your truth and it was uncomfortable. And go ahead and write that down in your journal or think of it and solidify the visual in your mind. Remember what happened today. And if it didn't happen today, if you were speaking your truth all day long and you didn't feel bad about anything you said all day long, hallelujah, send me a note. I'm so happy to hear it. And think of a time when you did, or think about something you need to say to somebody that you've been hesitant on. And while you're working on that, I'm going to read a little bit to you. Actually, my soul said, speak less. So go ahead and write that. Did you say something that you were hesitant about or felt weird about after, or did you not say something and you know you need to? What are you holding back on? So in my meditation before this group, I heard the question, and this question is going to be the next prompt for you. What do you say often you no longer want to live? What do you say often that you no longer want to live? You might deflect compliments. I'm the master at that. I'm getting better at not deflecting compliments. What do you say out loud, or what do you say in your head often that you no longer want to live? Because what you say is what you get. That which is spoken is created. That which is unspoken is not created. And first there was the word. Your ability to create with words, to form relationships, to form emotional connections, to form realities. Anything you say started out as a thought, went through all the energy of all your chakras from birth on up, and gets spoken. If we can clear all this and open the channel here and get this cleaned out, literally just cleaned out, you can even do this. We're going to be in business, you guys. We're going to be rocking this world. The world's going to be a better place. The world's going to be a more honest place. The world's going to be a more truthful place. The world's going to be a more inspiring place. We'll be singing more. We'll be laughing more. We'll be speaking our truth more, right? What do you say often you no longer want to live? What do you no longer want to live that you speak as you create your reality? Let us sip our tea for a few moments as we think about that. Let the seeds of that go deep down. Spiritual contemplation, self-contemplation is really the most important practice I can express to you, where you will find all of your truths. You need no teacher, you need no guru. You simply need time and quiet, good books, and then come to tea ceremony, and then go back into the lab of your life. What are you speaking that you no longer want to live? What are you saying that's creating the reality you no longer feel attached to, or that you no longer want to experience? Let us fine tune our truth. Let us articulate and discern the words that leave our mouths. Okay. So now we're going to share some of our answers, and then I'm going to read to you a little bit, if we have time before Tamari gets here. I'll read to you a little bit from my favorite Anadia Judith's chakra book. Okay, so let me come over. What are you saying that you no longer want to live? There she is.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm going to just let them speak for one more second, and then we'll be right with you, Angel. Okay. Okay. Sherry, sometimes it is not even a word. I do say ugh a lot, but not anymore. Okay, so yeah, ugh is, it's the frustration or it's the unhappiness that's in ugh and it leads to ugly ugh. So Sherry, if you don't want that to be your reality any longer, if you clear that from your vocabulary, that would be great. Terry, I no longer am going to say that I am unfocused or unproductive. Hallelujah, because my bets are on the fact that you're probably pretty productive and you're probably more focused than you think. So Amanda's no longer going to say, I no longer want to live having no money. Well, money is made by first your focus and your words. And we definitely, if we value living, we will be able to make the money. If we value not living, we won't be able to make the money, because money is how we form abundance on planet Earth. It's just the nature of our particular human beast. Oh, good, Danae. Vicky says, I'm afraid I won't be able to lose my COVID weight. So are you going to keep saying that? Okay, so this is a good one, Sherilyn. I'm just. Okay, so if you are using the word just, like I'm just here to get this, or I'm just here to, just is not necessarily a great word. It's somehow validating that we don't belong here. It's somehow validating that we're not going to be too much trouble, right? And that we're not going to be too much or say too much or be too loud. And I welcome all of you being all of you all the time. And it's really important. And so I'm just a housewife or my kid's mom, etc. I'm so much more, and I don't give myself enough credit, Sherilyn. Exactly. So it's time. It's time. Susan no longer wants to say, I'm afraid or I can't do something that I really want to do. Awesome. So you guys stick to these, because this intention is going to carry you through all of the tea circles this month. So this is going to be the thing that we work on all month. What are we saying that we no longer want our lives to be? What are we saying that we no longer want to create as our reality? Because often we'll keep saying something, not even realizing we're doing it. It's almost like an unconscious thing where if somebody says to me like, oh, your outfit's so cute. I'll be like, oh, I got $5 at a thrift store. Can you believe it? Like, always deflecting, always with my cup upside down. Can't receive, can't receive, can't receive. That shit is over because it no longer works. So we have to say thank you. We have to accept. We have to be able to receive. We have to speak what we want to receive. Okay. We have to speak what we're working to get. Not to get, but to experience. And so, Nicole, I no longer want to live other people's dreams. Yeah. So what are those dreams? And what's your dream, baby girl? Like, what is your dream? That's what we're here to find out. Kim, I no longer want any negative self-talk. Well, good luck with that. And there are some tools and tricks we're going to work on this whole month around negative self-talk and the power of the voice. So it's, Vicky says the speaker looks gorgeous. Love your hair. She's gorgeous. Okay, Serafina no longer wants to say, I can't do this. Beautiful, love. Tina, that I am overwhelmed. I say that one too. I'm just so busy is what I say. Everything I choose to do or not to do is my choice. Hallelujah. DJ, I no longer want to say I am not a good writer. Yeah, you think the writers in the world that are writing because they love it are thinking they're not a good writer? Every single one of them. You think they're letting it stop them? Absolutely not. I published dozens and dozens and dozens of books as a publisher, and let me tell you, all writers have doubts, but the ones that let them stop them are the ones that don't get the books out. Sean, I no longer want to say I don't deserve good things, that I'm fat, not loved or appreciated. I say a lot about myself that's not positive. That needs to end, because everyone else is so busy with their own negative self-talk And all you are here on planet Earth to do is just learn how to stop suffering. And you are the role model for everyone around you. So if you're saying that to yourself and everybody else is saying that to yourselves, good luck with that, right? We're all going to be in our bubbles forevermore. None of us are going to truly connect because we're all going to be so self-conscious. We're not able to actually become truly authentic and connect and be vulnerable. So let's let that go. Let's let that go. Heather, I used to say I use the lazy way, and instead I say I'm resourceful. Brilliant, brilliant, absolutely. Jennifer, I can't do things at all or well enough. Let that go. Sheila, I no longer want to speak negative about my body. Yes, we are objectifying ourselves, ladies. I'm in a class right now. I'm going to teach you guys about when we get into the lower chakras, but we are doing it ourselves. We took on the male gaze and we somehow made it our own. And that is not even true. And we are over with that. Let it be over. Okay, so these are beautiful, 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 beautiful. So we're going to save these. Save what you want to not say anymore, because we're going to work on this next week. And now we are going to invite to Mary in. Thank you for all your hard work and your vulnerability, everyone. Thank you so much. Yes, Cynthia, all of it, every single one of you. Anita, how can you hate the body that is like your anchor to planet Earth, right? I know I do that too. All right, to Mary, our amazing decoder of the universe and the and the powers that be and the planets that are. How are you? Welcome.
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I love all of these letting go type of burning, letting old systems and beliefs go. And that's kind of the theme for March because we're moving into a new astrological year. I love astrology because it gives us all these chances for resets every month. When there's a new moon, we can reset and we can release on the full moon. But even throughout the year with the spring equinox, like that is a new time for just letting go. And I kind of want to talk about how each sign can kind of do this and some of the things that are coming up for you guys. And it's kind of like a fast read, so stay with me. But yeah,
that's why
it's
I
the
wanted
perfect
to one
time.
after the ceremony so people could ask questions if we needed to. So thank you for being flexible.
Okay, cool. Yeah, of course. I got my ruby moon ice. So I love it, my fave. So yeah, this month, March, it's a spring equinox. It's fall equinox if you're below the equator, but the sun is moving into Aries, and that's International Astrology Day. And so there's a theme of balance, even though Aries is about, me, it's the first sign of the zodiac, it's still equal day and equal night during that time. And so it's all about balance and taking on a collective type of energy. And so not only do we have the sun moving into Aries, which is about a fresh start, a fresh initiative, we have Venus also moving into Aries, and Venus is our self-worth. It's our money, it's love, it's relationships. And Venus in Aries is not so easy there. It's considered to be in detriment, but there's lessons to learn. So this is a time for us to really, be more gentle with our words, especially when it comes to partners, kind of think before you speak. And then we end the month with a full moon in Libra, which is about partnership and relationships. And, it's ruled by Venus. And so there's this theme of self-worth and fresh starts, and starting with Aries. And if you guys know your rising sign, go ahead and listen to that as well. And I'll link later where you can run your free chart if you don't have it. But for Aries and Aries rising, this is a fresh start for you. It's in your first house, this energy. There's a focus on yourself and your overall wellness. You might look better because Venus, when it transits your first house, gives us like charm, and your looks can be better. So use it. Relationship matters might surface towards the end of the month. And then try to avoid family issues with relatives and specifically siblings. Remember, you don't always have to have a fighter spirit. And I know Aries, you guys are fighters. And then for Taurus and Taurus rising, this energy is happening in your 12th house, and you're going to be focused more on money making opportunities kind of in the background. You're thinking about what you need to let go before your new solar year when the sun moves into your sign. So this is about preparation. You're not supposed to act right now. You're just putting things in order so that you can take action next month.
Mm.
And then for Gemini rising, this energy is happening in your 11th house. And your 11th house is all about like groups and associations. It's the money we make from our career. Mars is in your sign, giving you extra endurance, and you're going to be wanting to act on things. And career matters might be on your mind. You might be working on some creative project. It's a good time to make associates and join a support group. Networking is good for you this month.
Mm.
Cancer and Cancer rising. This energy is happening in your 10th house. And this is about your career. And so you're learning how to balance, again, balance, the theme of balance, both your home and your family, especially towards the end of the month. And you're in the spotlight at work, a lot of you guys. You might be coming across more charming and assertive in the work. Some of you are due for a raise. Remember, Venus is about self-worth. So don't be afraid to ask for what you're worth. You won't get something if you don't ask for it. So don't be afraid. Leo and Leo rising. This energy is happening in your 9th house, and this is all about travel and spirituality and education. And some of you guys literally have the urge to get away. I know we all do right now, but Leos and that Leo energy, really travel can be on your mind. If you can't go somewhere, you can bring it to you through foods and music, you know, your decor. There might be an opportunity for a road trip at the end of the month. And then some of you might want to be enrolling in a class or a workshop to further your education, especially if it's something creative or like creative writing or marketing or media pitching, things like that. Oh, someone said she just got a raise. Hello. I love when the astrology is right. Congratulations. I think it's Serafina. Virgo and Virgo rising, this is happening in your 8th house. And so you're really going to be involved in taxes. I know it's tax season. We all hate this. But for Virgos, all about details. This energy is actually happening in that area of your chart. And so you might be pleasantly surprised by an unexpected payout or some sort of money. If it's not you, it might be your partner, or it could be both of you, which would be even better. Libra and Libra rising. So this area, this energy is happening in your relationship house. And Libras are all about relationships and partnerships. Venus is your ruler. And so you're going to be focusing on that. And for some Libras, there's a lot of codependency. And so you should be asking yourself, how are you showing up in your closest relationships? Are you giving too much of yourself away? Some of you might be meeting people, someone new if you're single, and it might be someone that lives far away. So, you know, don't close yourself off from someone that's like not in your same city. For Scorpio and Scorpio rising, this is happening in your 6th house, and this is your daily routine, your work. You're being called to be more efficient, and that's top of the mind. Some of you are feeling really burnt out. You need to know or learn how to streamline your life to support your long-term goals. Like instead of just ticking things off a checklist without a long-term goal, get focused. Pay attention to your dreams. They are your guide for your walking life. Dream journals, all of those things, pay attention to that during this time. Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. This energy is happening in your 5th house, which is linked to creativity and children and romance. So it's time to get your creative juices flowing and work on something that really brings light to your life. You're also being called to be more romantic. So if you're single, dating, like turn up the romance. And if you're partnered, turn it up more. Partnered. And some of you guys might meet someone new, and that could be through a friend or a social circle, but it's really a time for you to be playful and kind of connect to that child, that inner child within yourself. Capricorn and Capricorn rising, this energy is happening in your 4th house of home. So home matters are on the forefront. It could be things with your parents. It could be literal home improvements. Some of you might be considering a move. It's a really good time to get a health checkup if you haven't done that, just to stay on top of things. Aquarius and Aquarius rising. Some of you guys are charged up about a really big idea. There might be like a new launch you're working on, especially towards the end of the month, and it could be financially lucrative. But I would just recommend if contracts are involved, just get a second opinion, use your head, not your emotions, which Aquarius are usually good at doing. Very rational sign. And then Pisces and Pisces rising, this energy is happening in your 2nd house of self-worth, money. And so finances are a big topic for you, as well as your self-worth. Our earning potential for all of us is directly connected to our self-worth. And so for you, this is coming up. There might be a new idea you have to create like a home business, and partnering with someone who's a planner type, like a Virgo type, could be lucrative for you, where you're the creative and they're more of like the strategic planning person. So that was all 12 signs. I love doing these kind of like, fast and furious.
That was like an astrology rap. That was like,
So much to cover. I know. It's
I
so
loved
good.
it. That was amazing. You could be an auctioneer. Beautiful.
I love it.
To Mary, so many of us have been going through, COVID's happening. I get my vaccine on Wednesday.
Oh,
I'm
good.
personally excited. I'm very pro-choice for everyone, but for me personally, I want this one. And so what do you see as far as like the global, like the shifting, overall astrology of planet Earth and what's happening with the trends and all of that?
So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be out of this. It's not going to go back to normal for a
Mhm.
long time, and our normal will not be normal. This is an energy that can be last through like 2024. We have Pluto in Capricorn, and I think when Pluto moves into Aquarius, we'll kind of be through like all of the pandemic-y type of
And
things.
when
We'll
is
kind of
that?
have that's going to be like 2024. So we have a good, and that doesn't mean we're going to be in COVID for that
Yeah.
entire time. I just think there's going to be ebbs and flows of the energy, like where we're inside and then they let us go eat again. And then they're like, okay, the numbers are back up. But I do see, the declines happening right now. Jupiter is going to move into Pisces for a little bit this year, like summertime. That could go either way. That could be
Mhm.
either the numbers, really surge up because Jupiter is about expansion and it's in its own sign.
Mhm.
So I think everyone do your research on all the vaccines. Like you said, pro choice, be smart, and just kind of ride the wave. Try to find your normal within this time. Like if you're working against it, it's not going to be good for your health in general because you're just trying to work against something that's happening inevitably.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit, but it's for our better good in the long run. I truly believe
I agree. I agree.
that.
Yes, and to speak our truth this month. I mean, if we don't want to get the vaccine, like I never wanted a flu shot in my life. This vaccine, I just know is okay for me. I'm following my intuition. I can feel it. I feel good about it. In the past, I've been anti-vaccine for certain things for my body and my children's bodies. So I
Mhm.
have just always followed that, part of me that just simply knows the truth for my
Yeah.
particular body and experience. And so I want all of you to continue that. And so as we wrap tonight, I want to thank to Mary and her gorgeous bookshelves and hair and beauty.
Mhm.
Everybody's been commenting on
Oh, thank you.
how gorgeous you are. I can't take my eyes off you. You're just so
Oh,
beautiful. And
thank you. You
so I
too.
want to thank you for being the most, you're such a grounded, clear, precise, concise astrologer. It's
Oh,
really, you bridge both worlds perfectly, love.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I received that. I'm not going to make any excuses. Like,
Yeah,
well, I receive
take
it.
it, take it. And so for those of you, we will be back next Monday. And I want you all to be meditating on what am I speaking that I no longer want to live. And just let that be your meditation for the next few days as you move in, as we move more and more into March and learn the lessons of the voice box and the throat chakra. So thank you. And with that, I close the circle. I send to Mary the greatest grace for all she gave tonight to be received 10,000 times back to her and all the goodness that she is. And for each of you to go out into the world speaking your truth safely, securely, knowingly, and creating the life of your dreams through the voice that God gave you. And so it is, and so shall it be. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night,
Okay. Lots
everyone.
of love. Bye. Bye, Terry. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, Angel.